This is, oh my God. So this is uh, full on. Here's the thing about this. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is like all the classical paintings from long ago. But my body, it's so different now. Hold on. And I really like it like this. But I'm so vulnerable at this point. This is very, it's like a, and my hair's still wet. And it's like, it's very Buddha, huh? Like a Buddha belly. And I'm back in the loop, because that's how I have to do this. And oh my goodness. Did I really? So, in the honor of fate, I just turned to page 100 and indie. I can't do it. I'm really, really losing it a little bit. Indie's on my mind. In the book, Sacred Contracts, and here we go. I'm gonna read it like this. I'm sorry that I'm so I'm not sorry for you. I mean, I'm sorry to myself that I'm so nervous that this is so vulnerable and means so much to me, obviously. I'm sorry for myself that it's, gonna inevitably come with some pain. But it's a celebration too, so let's just follow 100. Sacred Contracts. I'm naked. I'm sitting up. And I chose to do this. And I chose to do this with a belly. Like, I have a belly. It is joyous. It's just an extraordinary state of being right now. It's everything. Yogurt. From a village woman named Sujata, I don't know, who happened to be fulfilling an offering vow she had made in gratitude for the birth of her child. Siddhartha remained oh my God. It's extraordinary. It really is. Fun. Siddhartha remained underneath the tree from what was I just saying? From early morning to sunset, maintaining a fierce resolve to find an answer to human suffering. He would rather perish than get up from his seat until he received full illumination. Plunging himself into deep meditation, by nightfall he had entered into a superconscious state of illumination that is said to have lasted 49 days. Gautama became fully enlightened and at last discovered the state of being for which he had been searching. This state was accompanied by the insight that became the center of his teachings. The Buddha didn't believe in a supreme being along the lines of Yahweh, Allah, or Brahma, the Godhead of Hindu belief, but he did accept the presence of many lesser deities, such as the Creator God Brahma. These deities lived in a blissful realm and lacked only one thing: the ability to become enlightened. And yet, although he would not have acknowledged making contact with the divine, the Buddha did establish contact with a universal level of wisdom and insight that transcends ordinary human awareness and qualifies as the first stage of a sacred contract. Oh, my Alex. 110%. Nakedness. According to legend, during the lengthy meditation and enlightenment process, Gautama, I don't even know how to pronounce these names, to be completely honest with you. Now the Buddha, I do know how to pronounce that. Sanskrit for the awakened one, was tempted by Mara, death, the evil one, in various guises. Mara was afraid the Buddha now had the insight to escape death's realm, and so tried to frighten and intimidate him by unleashing an army of fearful demons. But the Buddha was supported by the grace of merit he had accumulated in his past lives and was not frightened off. Buddhist scholars Richard H. Robinson and Willard L. Johnson pick up the story. Then Mara, having failed with intimidation and compulsion, turned to temptation. I certainly do. I do. And I do. And I do. He sent his 3 daughters, discontent, delight, and desire, to seduce the future bud. Buddha, who remained as impervious to lust as he had to fear. As the sun set, Mara and his host gave up and withdrew. I, 101. This temptation episode is quite a late addition to Buddhist text and entirely mythical. The myth, though, is a suitable expression of an experience common to most contemplatives. The seeker eventually is committed to an integral attempt, overcomes doubt and inertia, and sets to work. This conjures up the demons of fear from the unconscious. It does. All the habit-hardened dispositions protest against their coming destruction. But good habits sustain the seeker's resolve. The waves of fear pass, and doubts arise about whether the candidate is really equal to the challenge. If the seeker possesses genuine self-confidence, the doubts are vanquished. The last peril is, of course, well, teeth, the rosiest and the deadliest. Perfect love may cast out our fear, but it all too easily changes into personal pleasure. 9. I'm so naked. You know what I think? I don't know what I think. I know what I feel, so therefore I think. How do I explain it or express it? so simple in the end. So simple in the beginning, too. Promise end. I think it's simple in the sense that it's truly our relationship with love. In other words, our relationship with ourselves. That gets to invest ourselves in the complexity of life. And I have a Buddha belly and I'm naked, and this is so weird for me. I am like, what is happening? This is so vulnerable and so lovely, and I accept myself completely as I am. That's my job, am I right? And my privilege. So, I mean, whoever wants to join me in that, like, let's go. Let's go. And there is an enormous amount of complexity in the way that we experience things, happy and sad at the same time. It's paradox, right? It's not necessarily complicated, it's just complex. It's just multifaceted. It's a multifaceted experience of life. And what's simple is, this is my body. This is how I am experiencing all of this. And how I know that it's all true. And I have a belly and I can't. This is so vulnerable. It's gorgeous. It feels amazing. But, it's not the way I would have drawn it. It's just the way it's drawn me, and I thank for that. Thank you.